All right, my next step is to work on this hood scoop. I bought this 5, 6 years ago off eBay when I knew I was going to build this car. I like the older style. It doesn't have that ridge down the middle, and it's not in the greatest shape. This is how it was advertised on eBay, just like this. And wow, that's really cool. And they said it's in really good shape. No breaks, you know. It's got a couple little chips out of it. And, I bought it. It's been in a box. And I finally got it out of the box. And I ordered new rubber for this thing. So I could do the rubber around the seal. I'm going to take this off right here, right now. There we go. And like I say, I bought this years ago. It was in good shape, no cracks, perfect. Until you get to there, that rubber held it up, hit it really, really well. I wish I would have looked at this the day I bought it, but no, I left it in a box. I just looked at it quick, put it back in the box. Wouldn't have mattered. I already paid for it, and the guy got his money. So I'm going to have to repair this. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to kind of walk you through what I do and see what I can come up with here. I know they make epoxy for this, and I know I could fiberglass it, and I know the rubber hides it, but I just like to get that taken care of, make it look a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start chipping away at this, kind of grind this down a little bit, mix up some fiberglass and resin, and we'll get that on there. We'll form this, and then I'll start grinding away at it. I'll show you my progress in just a little bit. Thanks for watching. Moving forward on this, I bought this kit last year. You seen my previous video where I went ahead and cut and reshaped my spoiler end caps. And this is what I have left over, and I have more than enough fiberglass here to fix that little imperfection right there. I also need to go ahead and take the angle grinder first, and I need to knock this paint off here and get this roughness just a little bit knocked down so the fiberglass and the resin will stick to it. I need to go find me a little bowl so I can mix up my resin and my epoxy. So I'll cut a couple strips, get some pieces cut here so I can fiberglass it onto there. And when I get these cut and get the stuff mixed up, I'll kind of show you what we do from there. So hang in there. Okay, I went ahead and took my angle grinder and I went ahead and ground down here and back here so the fiberglass and resin will stick. So I can take the angle grinder, set it aside. My fiberglass, I cut a strip off of here. What I'll do is I'll come over here and I'll just make small enough pieces that I can cover this 3 or 4 times. Cover it, 2 or 3 layers each. And it doesn't have to be perfect by any means. When you start laying this on, there's a hole in here, and you want to keep this hole. This is a drain, so that when water gets in here, it drains down and goes out a tube. So you're not puddling all this water up underneath your engine area. I'll end up modifying some of these. I'll cut them a little smaller, a little bigger, kind of manipulate what I want. Just get me a bunch of pieces here cut. That should be more than enough, to be honest with you, to actually do this entire thing, both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this stuff away, clean this table off. I have to go find an old plastic Tupperware bowl or a little container, even a butter bowl will work, to mix up your resin and your catless. Follow your instructions on your catless. It's only so many drops, so much. I kind of know what to do, but if you're not sure, read the instructions, it'll tell you. I used to work at a boat factory, and I've been around fiberglass forever, so you can kind of tell when your mixture's right. if you put way too much catless in your resin, trust me, it'll start smoking and you'll freak out. But let me get this cleaned up and I'll be back. Okay, I went and stole a little Tupperware bowl from my wife's garage sale. I don't think she's gonna miss it. She's got a lot of it up there. So this works out perfect, nice and small. Little acid brush. This is just a small area, so no sense in going crazy. You had to put gloves on because you really don't want this stuff all over you. Put a little protection down on my table. I really don't want all this resin all over my table as I'm doing this. So all you're gonna do, I'm gonna go get me a stir stick real quick. Little stir stick. What I'm gonna do, put some resin in here. That's probably more than enough right there. Let's say it's just a little small area. If I need more, I can add. I'm gonna take this, and you're not gonna go crazy. Just a little bit, doesn't take a whole lot. Mix this up. Doesn't look like I made enough, but that's okay. Ooh, I love the smell of fiberglass, don't you? And we're gonna come back here. All you're gonna do is we'll coat this. Get this bowl while you're waiting. Kind of coat that. You're gonna take your little strips. You're just gonna start warming. You're gonna put more on top. You're gonna work this in. Yeah, didn't make enough resin. Definitely. Be really generous with it. You want to try to work out some of these air bubbles. You really don't want these air bubbles in there. Just work it around. See how it's not going so bad. Most of this is going to get cut off anyway. We're going to come along here. We're going to come along here and just cut this. Once it's all hardened. One of the quickest ways to do this though, is if you've got a bigger container, you can just put your fiberglass right down in it. Like that. Take your fiberglass out of it. Now it's soaked, saturated, ready to go. Add it on the back side. resin. never said it was a clean job, okay? It's a nasty job. Make that really good. These. This right there. Really on this statue. Get this nice and saturated. Put it in there. Hope I'm not boring you too much. I'm sure I am for you guys to do this stuff. And that's going to be it right there. I'm going to let that set up and I'll be back. And just like that, it's set up. Nice, hard. Not bad. What I'm going to do is go back. Now I'm going to sit there and draw a line. And I'm going to cut this to give me a shape to start with. Okay, back. See right here? All I did was take a Sharpie and outline what I want. I'm going to kick on my body saw, and my air compressor will probably come on. You won't hear me. And this is going to make a lot of noise. But all we're going to do is trim this off. Just like that. Went ahead and trimmed it. Got the shape I want. Got a nice little lip on it. Not bad. So now I'm going to go back with my die grinder that has sandpaper on it. And all I'm going to do is knock this all down and refine the shape a little bit, both top and bottom. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to bore you with that. And I'll be back. And just like that, we've got a nice shape. It's pretty well knocked down. Both sides. Got that good shape going on. Not bad. What I'll do is I'll put this hole back in here. Like I said, that hole needs to be there. Then I'll come back and fill this a little finer with fiber strand, which is a reinforced fiberglass filler. And I'll get this smoothed out and get it in primer and get it a little bit closer. Just have to work away a little bit here and keep working at it. Back in a few. Okay, I got out my Bondo hair, kitty hair, fiber strand. Probably gonna need a little more than what I got. All it is like a little strands, fiberglass strands mixed in with body filler, basically. This stuff can patch, depending on if you get short hair or long hair. inch holes. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Go ahead and patch an inch hole. So just gonna mix it like you would body filler. Put your hardener in with it. Get it mixed up pretty well. That's pretty good. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to grab our piece. We're going to take this, and it's kind of a pain to work with, but it fills in all those little imperfections that you want to get rid of. So we'll just put this on here. Work it down. Any holes you have, anything you don't want. It's better than body filler. It's a lot stronger, more durable, and it's water resistant, which a plus. I'm not going to worry about the bottom side. It's pretty well smooth. Just more of this. There. We're going to let that set up, and we'll sand that down just like you would body filler and see how well we have it. Then we could probably put some primer on there. We'll find out. While I was at it, I decided I should go ahead and do the little corners too. Get that taken care of. Little nicks. So, already got things kind of cleaned up. And I'm at the filler stage. Very light coat. You can see I found some deeper scratches that I didn't care for. So I'll get that taken care of. The corners turned out really nice. Really happy with those. No problem there. I'll wait for this to harden a little bit. And it's already pretty dry to the touch, but it's still just a little soft. So we'll get this knocked down and hopefully get it in primer. Have it down to 320. Have, I think, everything taken care of, the little dings and dents and whatever. Guess you can't dent fiberglass. But next step, put this in some primer and keep moving along. The corner don't look so bad now. I mean, it's not 100% perfect. It's better than that big hunk missing out of it. I think I've been working on this for a little over 3.5 hours. From getting it from where it was busted to fiberglass to filled to sanded down to 320 and then primered. I'll sand this primer down to 400. There's 2 or 3 spots I've already seen very small. I don't even think you could see them on a camera, but a couple little spots that just need to be taken care of. Glazing putty ought to take care of that. I'll get that glazing putty on here and take this down to 400. And at 400, I might end up throwing some paint on it. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how this all works out. Here's a spot right there. Just a little bit. That needs to be filled. Things like that. We'll get this worked out. Back in a few. Here's my little imperfections. Looks like I might have the measles. At least there's nothing huge. I'll get these sanded out. Okay, have it sanded down to 400. All my little spots are taken care of. I don't see any other defects or problems. Looks like a pretty decent air cleaner after I fix that corner. I'll let this dry. I've washed it. We'll see what it looks like in the morning and make sure there's nothing wrong with it. And if everything's okay, maybe I'll put some paint on it. I know they keep telling me, don't paint your parts before you paint the car, but I don't know if I buy that, hey, it's going to be a different color. You know, you still use the same mixture and stuff. And I know the humidity in that plays a part, but I think I'll be okay. Thanks for watching my video, and if you like these videos, please subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more I know people like it, and I'll keep moving along. Thanks for watching my video. Later.